Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on for Mike here, and I'm coming at you with a brand new episode of the Earlham Teambuilder Dynasty, featuring that college football revamp, of course. Today we are here, we're on the road playing against Mount St. Joseph. We're currently riding a 2-game winning streak, and we're actually 2-0 in conference play, but despite that, Lee Corso is going with our opponent here today. They do have a B- overall squad with a B offense and a B- defense. We got a D- offense with a D+ defense, you know, and we also got a guy hurt, Mario Hernandez. He's still a few weeks out. But that being said, you know, it feels good. We got 2 wins in a row. You know, we've been competitive in most of our games this season. So, you know, with that being said, all we got to do now, just see if we can get our biggest winning streak of this entire dynasty so far. It's gonna be a good one, man, so I need you guys to do me a favor, smash that like button for me, and then also, you know, if you're enjoying the content as well, leave a comment for me as well. I try to interact with everybody. I love reading your guys' comments, so keep them coming. That being said, let's go ahead and get this game underway. Let's get it. Alright guys, so the Lions actually won the coin toss. So we had the football first originally, but we actually went 3 and out. So needless to say, not a great start for us right now. But that being said, our defense is out on the field. It has played pretty well over the past couple of games. So let's see if our defense can keep it up, man. Big test for us right away as they got a throw to the outside. Get it out to John Clayton. It's a 21-yard gain down the field, already in the edge of the red zone. So it's definitely a lot of work that needs to be done in order to get them off the field here, as Lundy throws over the middle, gets it out to Chris Jones, and he's immediately brought down by our middle linebacker, Josh Brown. And that gets him to a 3rd and 5, looking to get him off the field at the very least. John Clayton looks like going to be moved into the motion. Lundy dropping back. Harper gets thrown down by Josh Brown himself. He lit him up like a Christmas tree. But they still gave him the first down, though. He paid a price for it, though. I'll tell you what. Our guys get hit hard, man. There's some goons out here on this field for Earlham. You know, maybe not the most talented guys out there on the field. Our best defensive player might be Justin Burren, who's only a 75 overall. But that being said, they play hard. They play for each other, and they're flying around this field right now. I mean, Aaron Walsh just didn't have anywhere left to go, so we're going to make them take a field goal here. It's a good win for us, given how they started this drive off. But, you know, Mount St. Joseph kicker, he makes a field goal, and it is good. As we go ahead now and check out a studio update, checking out some games throughout the conference, and we just had a game that might have decided the MAC West Division. Manchester beats Hanover 49-45. That's a very good divisional matchup. 2 ranked squads going at it. And then a cross division matchup as well. Anderson and Bluffton going at it as well. Bluffton trying to set an upset. So something that we'll have to watch out for. See if we get some more studio updates throughout the game. But for right now, we got to go ahead and focus on our offense right now. We're facing 3rd and long. And Miami Uigallier just delivers one right in the barrel. Threw it a little bit behind Derek Blue, but Derek Blue was able to make the adjustment and does manage to get us the first down here as we try to throw it out to Adam Hill to 3rd. Was trying to get that short completion over the middle, but just threw it a little bit off target. And so now we got 2nd and 10 now. Jesse Green taking it up the field, getting some blocks as well, and he picks up a nice 16-yard gain. I love me some Jesse Green, man. Dude has the ability to run it up your throat, man, as the backup tailback. I love having him, you know, maybe not be a main ball character, but he's a nice, you know, alternative for like the Thunder and Lightning that we got going on here, man. And, you know, there's a reason why our running game has really showed out here in these last couple of games. We got to be able to throw the ball too. 3rd and 5 now. We do throw down to Jariah Bond. It was an accurate throw, and it's not flashy. Jariah Bond only manages to pick up 7 yards, but he does pick up the first down for us at the very least, and we can keep this drive going for the time being. As Miami, he's down the sideline. Can he get to the end zone? He's a few yards shy, but a 22-yard gain though, setting up a goal line situation. And if it's not broke, why fix it, man? Just go ahead, run the read option, and we're in the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. And we got ourselves the lead here. And that's how this first quarter ends, man. We played some really solid defense. We finally got it going on the offensive side of the ball. And we got a lead here after first quarter. Let's see if we can keep it up, man. So let's go. Second quarter now officially underway. We're actually facing 2nd and 6. As we try to set up the play action, we're facing some pressure. But we throw a dot over to Joakim Short. And just perfect. Joakim Short was able to separate just enough for us to be able to get it to him. Only for a 12-yard gain, granted, but still good for a first down. As we try to set up another play action. This time we throw it to the outside to Jesse Green. He was open on the outside, but can't stay in bounds. He could have had himself a first down. He was wide butt naked open. But now we got 2nd and 4 now. CJ Holman, he's going to get a tough run up the gut and manages to pick up 5 yards on the carry, which does set us up for a first down. Is now 7-3 Miami. Throwing it over the middle. Finds Derek Blue. What a dot between two guys. The second catch already for Derek Blue sets up another first down. As we're just outside of the red zone now. As we go to Miami, he gets us into the red zone with a nice 7-yard carry up the middle. Already his 6th rush of the day. Been really loving that read option. Is now 2nd and 3 again. Miami looking around. Gonna get it to Derek Blue over the middle, who's lit up like a Christmas tree, but still hangs on again and makes the catch. But we mix things up a little bit here. CJ Patton comes into the game. 1st and goal. Derek Blue, what a dot. That is our backup quarterback, the true freshman, coming in and throwing a dot right there. And CJ Patton gets himself a touchdown pass and gives us a 14-3 lead. So we got a nice 2-possession game going here, but it might not last very long. John Clayton able to get loose. He's down the field and is going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. We got fooled on the screen. We was straight up bamboozled. And after going 3 and out on our next possession, we're only up 14-10. The Lions have an opportunity to take the lead right back. Let's see if our defense can toughen up here. Because besides that one pass play that they had that led to a touchdown, they've been playing really solid throughout the course of this game. Let's see if we can get ourselves back to form, as Wallace somehow managing to break 3 to 4 tackles and been able to get it forward for a 6-yard gain, which will go ahead and set up a 2nd and 4 now. Trying to run it up the middle with Wallace, who does manages to reach the first down marker. So a fresh set of downs for the Lions. As we go back now to a 1st and 10 following a run up the gut. Going back to Adam Wallace, who takes it up the left-hand side on the halfback sweep. Gets hit by Justin Burden. It's a nice job laying the lumber as well, but that being said, we got him to a 3rd and 2 here. Got to get him off the field as Wundy throws it over to Adam Wallace. It's fumbled though. Justin Burden recovers it. He's down the sideline. Can he get away from this quarterback? No. But a huge play for us as Mount St. Joseph was driving down this field. And if I'm not mistaken, that might have been Thomas Hall, an original walk-on that got the ball loose. Justin Byrne, though, able to pick it up for us. So we're back at it again with the white vans, man, as it's 2nd and 7 now following the fumble recovery. As Miami's looking downfield trying to do something here. Nobody's covered. We tried to scramble. Miami Uigalie just doing a little bit too much, my guy. We had the ball with 1:45 left. We had a chance to take momentum. And Miami, still a young quarterback, only a true sophomore, just trying to do a little too much, man. And it might cost us here, as the Lions have great field position once again. Starting this drive inside the 40-yard line, but it's intercepted on the very next play. This time Reggie Chapman, who takes it down across the 40-yard line. The original walk-ons on the defensive side of the ball. Balling out, man. That time Reggie Chapman, a junior on the squad, coming out and taking care of business. And now we have the ball right back. So it's been a little sloppy. Let's see if we can not turn the ball over. Been a lot of turnovers here in this second quarter, free matter of fact. As Miami will go ahead and scramble to the outside and does get us into the red zone. So now, 1st and 10 coming up here. Miami going to go ahead, run it up the gut. He's going to be able to go ahead and pick up a first down. Gain of 10 yards on that one. As Earlham Quakers now basically with a 1st and goal. I mean, you can't really see the first down marker. We don't need it, though. Derek Blue gets his 2nd touchdown. And it gives the Earlham Quakers a bigger lead to work with. We're now up 21-10. And that leaves just 1:07 left on the clock here. And the only thing left to do now, just make sure we take care of business here in this next minute, so that we can go into the locker room and have a 2-possession lead. But I'm sure these Lions will have something to say about it as they throw over the middle. Get it out to Trey Holland, who picks up 15. Before using one of their timeouts, they still have 1 timeout remaining. Imagine they're trying to use it to get their special teams on the field if they need to do so. As that's a beautiful throw over to Randy Vincent, who picks up first team. What a time to get your first catch of the game. It's now 2nd and 9. Adam Wallace this time taking it up the gut, picking up 6 yards. But at the same time, though, they already, clock is already running. They had to go quickly. So they might be stuck in this formation for a little bit now. As we got another 1st and 10 coming up. Now less than 20 seconds left. Vin Otis lets them up like a Christmas tree. And it's going to force these guys to go ahead and settle for a field goal attempt. This is a long field goal as well. We do have somebody back just in case. And it's wide to the right. So that sack by Vin Otis saves us at least 3 points right here. And that's how we go into the locker room, man. We're up 21-10 after 1 half of play. Let's see if we can keep it up, man. And if we do, we can get our biggest winning streak of this dynasty. I would love to see that. But again, we still have a half of football left to play here. You know, we still got to make sure we go ahead and take care of business. And, you know, it really depends on what these Lions try to do here. And they looks like they're going to try and attack us using the passing game. Got a 5-wide set, and Harper beats as well. MJ Granson just looked lost out there trying to play that man-to-man coverage. You know, it still shows that we still need to develop as a squad. You know, we don't have a lot of guys that are, you know, we only have 1 person above 80 overall still. You know, that's something that you have to remember when watching this team, and that's our kicker. Yeah, Jacob Ramos is our only person above 80 overall, and that's our kicker, who, to be fair, could be an NFL prospect at the end of the day. And our defense also gets them off the field, so I love to see that. So now we take over with the football here. 5:29 left in the 3rd quarter. A nice throw by Miami Ugallie to start this drive off. A 17-yard gain, getting it out to Jariah Bond. And whenever our passing game is doing pretty decent like it is today, it opens up our run game a little bit more, as Jesse Green just takes it right up the gut off the sweep and picks up another 12 yards. And now we try to get a little, you know, try to do something new, try to do this play action jet sweep, and we almost throw an interception. We was looking at Jakeem Short on the outside, but did not think the linebacker would actually play back. We was wrong there. Thankfully, we still will be able to hang on to the football, that being said. And, you know, for now, just got to keep going with our ground game. The ground game still working for us pretty well, all things considered. As we got a 3rd and inches coming up. Offensive coordinator wants to do the buck sweep, but our blockers did not win on the outside. And that's going to cost us, as we're going to have to go ahead and punt this thing away. And here in this 3rd quarter, man, both teams playing pretty tough on defense. We actually had a couple of 3 and outs after that. But we'll see if the Lions can try to do anything here before the end of this third quarter, or even better if we can go ahead and get ourselves another turnover, something that I would truly appreciate personally, as Lundy will try to drop back. He's actually going to scramble. He was going to be crushed between Josh Brown and Caden Doman, one of our subscriber recruits. But that being said, though, he slid down wisely and lives to see another day as our defense continues to show out here, only allowing 10 points. Usually it's not good when one of your defensive backs leads you in tackling, but, Cameron Frost and Justin Burden, like to play as that, run support, and it really shows right there. And speaking of which, there's Justin Burden with another tackle, this time on Randy Vision, who gets it to 3rd and 7. Justin Burden already with 6 tackles in this one. Is now 3rd and long coming up, a 5-wide set. Gonna throw it short over to Ray, and initially breaks 1 tackle from Josh Brown, but Caden Doman finishes it up. And we get to take over the football once again, and things are looking good. We're getting towards the end of this first quarter right now. CJ Holman also breaking a tackle. I love to see that, by the way. Gain of 6, but in an impressive way as well. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. We're up 21-10. We got a strong chance to go ahead and extend our winning streak to 3 games so that we can go ahead and have our longest winning streak in the history of this dynasty. Let's see if we can finish. So this quarter is all about finishing, and we got 3rd and 2 coming up here. Just got to make sure we take care of business. Trying to throw it to Derek Blue, but CJ Patton overthrows him. And CJ Patton's been pretty disappointing, man. Unfortunately, this time overthrowing his receiver, Ralph Harvey. He takes advantage of it, and the Lions will now take over again in positive territory as Lundy fakes out Matt Sands and gets a gain of 18 yards. They're already in the red zone. Mount St. Joseph looking to go ahead and take advantage of the mistake made by CJ Patton. As now we got 2nd and 12 coming up. Lundy dropping back over the middle, gets it out to Harper, who gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. And we aren't lying when we say we starting to get a little worried a little bit here. Got to make sure we can at least keep out of the end zone for this 2-point conversion. Keep it a 5-point game. And we do just that. Josh Brown was able to get the sack. The 2-point conversion is no good. As we go ahead now, check another studio update. Notre Dame, who's had a pretty brutally tough schedule besides us, of course. They beat Stanford 31-28 in order to improve to 5-2 on the season. They're ranked outside the top 10 right now. So, I mean, we did get blown out by them in our opening game of this season. But that being said, at least, we didn't do that to a team that, isn't going to do anything. So, I mean, there's no shame in that, but gotta make sure we gotta focus back on this game, and this could be a big drive for us here. We gotta make sure we come out with at least a field goal, just to give our defense a little bit of room, just to go ahead, and that would really help us finish this game out as well, as we get a nice halfback screen to CJ Holman, who takes it to the outside and nearly gets it to midfield as well. But can we sustain that? We now have 3rd and long coming up here. Miami dropping back, trying to throw it short to Joakim Short. They were playing back a little bit, but it wasn't enough for the first down, and now we need our defense to go ahead and step up here as Caden Doman's almost had an interception. You just gotta get those hands up, my guy. I needed you to get those hands up. Come on, my G. But instead, it's 3rd and 7. Wallace takes it up the middle. He actually finds a nice crease. And as we couldn't close up that gap on the left-hand side. And the drive still continues now. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Trying to throw it quickly over to the left-hand side, but it's broken up. MJ Granson with the coverage there. And we now get him to another 3rd and long coming up. Let's see what they come up with. 4-wide set. And they get it to Mike Harper quickly out of bounds, too, in order to save some time off the clock. As the drive still continues now. 1st and 10. Lundy hands it off to Aaron Wallace, who takes it upfield. and Justin Burton is able to get the tackle on him, but not before picking up 5 yards. As he got a reasonable 2nd and 5 now coming up for the Lions. This time it being a screen. John Clayton almost able to get loose, but Finn Otis, while he read it late, he still read it and was able to prevent more yards from being scored. So, we gotta be able to be okay with that. As Lundy drops back, gets it to John Clayton again. This time a diving grab. Nothing else to say, but just a beautiful catch. As we're getting close to the final minutes of this game, 2:20 left. That's a big play for us, though. Greg Jenkins, I believe, Londy Morris. That's a name that we haven't heard in a while. And we get him to 2nd and 14, as now it's about to be 3rd and 22 now. So we got a big play here. 3rd and long coming up. Lundy dropping back, facing some pressure, throws it, gets it to, intercepted by McClary, and he could possibly take this back. He is going to take it back. Oh my, don't do any penalties. We're in the end zone, baby. Touchdown. Martavius McCary, one of the custom recruits that was an original walk-on, changed his name. And his first interception of the season was a big one. An interception that could go ahead and just close this game for us here. But I know the Lions aren't going to give up very easily. There's still 1:30 left. They're going to try to drive down this field. This time, looks like the backup quarterback is in, Rod Murphy. So, looks like the starter got shaken up a little bit. So, not only do we have a 2-score lead, we now are dealing with the backup quarterback, who gets a really nice throw out to Trey Holland. Caden Doman, that is one of his weaknesses, and that's why he was listed at free safety. He does get beat pretty easily simply because he's not that fast of a cornerback. That's something that really holds him back, unfortunately. But he had good deflection there, which leads to 2nd and 10. As now, Murphy drops back, throws over the middle, tries to get it out to one of his wideouts over the center of the field, but he can't make the play for him. He actually drops it. As now we got a 3rd and long coming up. They're trying to run the screen, but we sniff that thing out, and guys just coming up and rally towards the football. And it all comes down to this 4th and 8. Gotta pick up this 1st down here, or this game is gonna be over. Lundy dropping back to the left-hand side and gets it out to Ray. What a diving grab, but there's a penalty on the Lions. So that backs them up 10 yards, and now it's 4th and 18. Do they have a little bit of magic left? 3-man rush. Lundy throwing to the right-hand side, gets it to John Clayton. Immediately brought down, and that's gonna do it here. Your Earlham Quakers extend their winning streak and now has the longest winning streak in program history at the FBS level. We win our 3rd game in a row after starting the season off 0-3. You absolutely love to say it. And, things got a little bit dicey towards the end, I'll admit that. But our defense at the end of the day came huge. And the only thing left to do now, go ahead, check out the stats for our team, as well as our individual players. Let's go ahead and check those out now. Alright guys, so we pull the upset on the road, and we get it done. Our 3rd consecutive win in this dynasty. You love to see it, man. And this one was a grinder, man. We kind of had 2 different approaches in this one, you know what I'm saying? Like, we, mainly did it with our running game, 162 yards on the ground, 33 carries, and a score. Meanwhile, passing only through 21 passes, 124 total yards on the day. 4 for 10 for our 3rd down conversions. We had a couple of turnovers, but we also forced 3 turnovers ourselves and got an interception return for a touchdown. I love to see that. We do what we needed to do to get the job done in order to secure our 3rd victory here in season number 3. Now, as for the stats for today's game, Miami Uigale, he got most of the reps here today. But that being said, though, Miami, you know, he was doing pretty good with his arm today. 12 for 14, 116 yards at a touchdown. We didn't ask him to do much. He did fumble the ball when trying to scramble, but that being said, he had a pretty solid passing day, all things being considered. CJ Patton did struggle just a tad today. Only 2 for 7, had 8 yards, but at the same time, though, he did throw a touchdown, but he also threw an interception that did go ahead and lead to a touchdown for the Lions that briefly got them back into this game. As for the running game, it was where most of our rushing attack came from, but that being said, we didn't have any guys like blow up necessarily. Miami Uiagalelei did get into the end zone, 13 for 67. CJ Holman was also our lead ball carrier, 17 for 67 as well. For our receivers hardly did anything today, for the exception of Derek Blue. He went the way with both catches and yards. He had 6 for 55, but also got into the end zone twice. Nobody else had more than 25 yards receiving, so Derek Blue really doing a very nice job of, you know, really just carrying our receiving core, and he almost has 10 touchdowns already on the season. You love to see it. Defensively, our defense played fantastic. Now, Justin Byrne led the way for us in tackles once again, but don't get it twisted. It's not because we were like getting beat deep or anything or getting gashed constantly. No, Justin Byrne's just the kind of guy that, you know, likes to play down, you know, be that 8th man in the box sometimes, and, you know, it really turned out pretty well for us, led the way in tackles for us, and if I'm not mistaken, he also led the way with TFLs. He had multiple TFLs, the only person that can actually say that, but we also had a few sacks as well. Josh Hill actually got a sack. He's a name that I haven't really called much at all. He's a, you know, still a reserve player, but still hanging on to the roster, but he got a sack. Ian Levine got a sack, and then Finn Otis got himself a sack as well. We also had 2 interceptions today. Now, one of them was Reggie Chapman that we were almost able to return to the house, and then Martavius McCrary, a custom recruit from Season 1, was able to bring it all the way back for a touchdown, and it ended up sealing the game for us. On top of that, Cameron Frost came in, played free safety, and got a forced fumble for us, which Justin Byrne was able to recover as well. I love to see it. Huge win for us here, man. Another upset win on the road. Let's go, man. So we go ahead and sim to the next week after we get, you know, done with our game, of course, and we find out that one of our people are going to sign with us as well. Robert Callahan, who is a defensive tackle, 62 overall guy, he is going to sign with the squad. You love to see it. And there's that little XP goal right there. First time that we got a 3-game winning streak here in this series. In next episode, we're going to go ahead and try and keep it going. Next episode, we're playing against the Bluffton Beavers, who are also 3-3 as well. They're 1-2 in conference play. They want to keep down on us, man. But, you know, we're a team, you know, full of guys that have been doubted their whole life. I'm going to be looking to keep it going, man. So it's going to be a fun one. Make sure you smash that like button, as well as also hit that subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel and made it all the way to the end of this video. In the meantime, though, I hope you guys are all out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.